Here now, a month after the incident, I'm just now starting to feel comfortable with going out by myself or with my children again. I was finally able to allow a friend to give me a quick hug, something I have been guarded against. The idea of physical contact or being surrounded by others makes me nervous, even if those people are friends or family. My injuries are fading, though my right knee now requires physical therapy. I'm hoping that today allows me to feel as though I can breathe again and a weight has been lifted. Only time will tell. I'm a Christian woman, so therefore I don't wish ill will on anyone. However, I also believe in justice to the full extent of the law and pray that this man receives no leniency on the punishment for his crime and that he gets help as a result of his actions. Whatever his claim for his reasoning is no excuse for the torment and random act of violence he carried out. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Fletcher, you got to hear live and in person what this incident affected on this woman and her family. I did make a referral on the day of your plea, January 2nd, to our local Pivotal. Have you been in contact with Lauren and working with the people at Pivotal here in St. Joseph County?
I've talked to her, but we didn't really talk.
All right, apparently didn't see much. In my notes, I said we need police report, victim input, and input from the Cass County Department of Corrections. We got the first two, but we don't know what Cass County has in mind. Mr. Fletcher, this is your opportunity to say anything you want me to know. Anything you want to say?
I apologize. I know apologies, sometimes aren't accepted. I just want to let you know that I'm still sorry.
Well, that's a start.
I don't know exactly what happened there because of my mental health issues.
At the first opportunity with a lawyer, you did accept responsibility for it. The charge is aggravated assault. Assault comes in different varieties, from assault and battery up to first-degree murder. Aggravated assault is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. That charge closely fits these facts. It's an injury that requires medical treatment, but it did not involve a weapon and did not involve intent to commit great bodily harm. So the charge fits what I understand the facts to be. And there's a dilemma here. I think I canceled the defendant's bond at the time of his plea. He's been in jail now for 38 days. He's on probation on a felony charge in Cass County. They gave him 365 days in the county jail, which is the most you can do on a felony charge. Anything over 365 days requires a prison sentence. They also then put him on probation. And apparently he was going to go finish out his probation for a term at the Twin County Community Probation Center in Three Rivers. The Twin Counties are Cass and St. Joe County. Started that program jointly almost 50 years ago. We now take inmates and defendants from a number of counties, but it's a Cass St. Joseph County thing. I don't know what happened. The ball got dropped. The defendant got released from the jail, which never should have happened. And now we're seeing the consequence to this lady and her family. It's a strange kind of offense. There's a mental health component to it, to be sure. I don't think no insanity or diminished capacity defense has been raised. The defendant simply accepted responsibility. So all that Cass County has left is either, as Ms. Davis says, to kick him off probation or to institute a prison sentence. Hopefully, if someone commits a aggravated assault while they're on a felony probation, that should be basis for a probation violation. but nobody ever asked. My fear is if I grant 365 days, they may just call it good and discharge him from probation. At that point, there'd be no additional supervision. But we don't know. If I gave him time served, they would be compelled to do something. I would rather he was on some sort of continued supervision in Cass County, but we don't know the answer to that. My fear, as I said, if I simply grant 365 days in jail, he'll do 300 days minus 38, and then he'll be out without any supervision. And there's no sense for me to put him on probation because I would have used up every available day of jail. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna do 100 days jail, credit 38, leaving 62 days to serve, may be released to Cass County Department of Corrections. So put to Cass County on detainer. Fine is 0. I referred him for mental health services and apparently he didn't avail himself of it much. $125 in costs, which are required, or 2 additional days, and I'll reserve as Ms. Davis requested on restitution. Mr. Fletcher, have you heard anything from your probation agent since you've been arrested? This gives them 62 days to do something. As I said, even in the world we're in, I hope an offense like this would warrant a probation violation. Now, what you point out is the randomness of the world we live in. You live in a community that we like and we consider it to be safe. Yoder's might be our favorite place anywhere. If you think of a safe place, that would be it. You're in there on a Thursday with your kids, nothing unusual. Mistakes were made and a lightning bolt strikes and you get shoved through a plate glass cabinet. I've been there. I know exactly where this took place. I guess we're all subject to the vagaries of randomness. You didn't deserve this. And I hope you can get some healing from this. He wasn't mad at you. This was not focused on you. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And the only way we can avoid that is to never go anywhere or never do anything. You're going to continue to live your life and do things with your kids and have a family. You can't never go anywhere or never do anything. Mr. Fletcher, you need some significant mental health intervention. I tried to start some and you weren't interested. The probation center, if they hadn't accidentally let you out of jail, might have been a good start for some of that. At any rate, that's my sentence. 100 days, credit 38, leaving 62 days, $125 in fines and costs, or 2 additional days. And you may be released to Cass County on their detainer if they so elect. All right, sir, you can go with the court officer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I did get a text during the hearing from Victor Fitz, and he's checking what Cass is going to do.
Okay,
We'll follow up. So, thank you.
all right, thank you. Time to do that was before the hearing. Mr. George,
Yes, sir.
are you ready on your next case? Mr.
Mr.
Greenwald?
Greenwald is here. Both of mine have pre-sentence reports. I don't know if you want Autumn and Dan here.
Autumn is right behind me.
Oh, okay.
And she'll be in momentarily. As I said, we had 7 cases set, which means we have 6 cases to do in the next 55 minutes. So this looks like another no lunch Monday. But Autumn, if you can hear me, you'll join us. This is file 252087 SD. People versus Travis Greenwald. Autumn's office was flooded, even worse than mine.
Matt's was worse than.
And Matt's was worst of all. He deserved it. I mean, his was worst of all. At any rate, this is an operating while intoxicated second offense. The defendant entered a plea. This was bad facts. All the drunk driving cases today are bad facts. He's driving as a postal delivery carrier, drinking vodka out of the bottle, and just a bad circumstance. We have considered him for placement in the sobriety court program. Say we're taking somebody out of the drowning water and pulling them into the boat. Someone needs to pull you into the boat. Mr. George, what would you like me to know?
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, I think the court hit the nail on the head. There's nothing about the facts of this case that are good. This was a nightmare situation, but I think that my client is trying to see this as a bit of a silver lining for him. As Autumn detailed, there was an incident that happened towards the end of 2024 and 2025. That was another operating while intoxicated case. There wasn't really much that came out of that. My client continues on doing what he was doing, and fortunately, he didn't hurt or kill anyone or himself, and he's here to talk to the court. But I think that the level of addiction that he's dealing with can only be adequately addressed through your sobriety court program. I think he's eager to get that treatment. He went and did a lot of this on his own, calling Pivotal, getting a substance abuse assessment, getting the other required assessments from Autumn. So I think he's on board and he understands. We've had conversations like this before. There's trying to do what you can to get the sentence that you're looking for, but Mr. Greenwald understands that this is really his life. He's got to make a decision on what his life looks like going forward. And I think that he needs to have the tools that this sobriety court can offer in order to adequately address any stressors, any life issues, and just the core of the addiction going forward. So, Your Honor, we'd ask the court to adopt the recommendation. I think it's appropriate and fair. My hope is that he really jumps headfirst into this and engages in the services and takes advantage of them, so that we don't have this type of situation going forward again. Thank you.
Autumn, we'll hear from you first, and then we'll ask Abigail if she has any additional input. You and I discussed this case. We've discussed it at sobriety court staffing. Bad circumstance, as Mr. George indicated. I couldn't find a driving record in here in the file, and I didn't realize it until this. Oh, there it is. It was the other one. He had that case in Kalamazoo County that was apparently just a probation. I'm not sure what happened in Kalamazoo County, but the violation was October 29th and of 24. And then our incident was October 12th of 2025. But apparently not much happened on a first offense drinking driving in Kalamazoo County.
Just the fines and those.
which isn't unusual. Anyway, you've met with Mr. Greenwald. What's your recommendation here?
He does need sobriety court. He needs a serious intervention. Obviously, we're looking at, just over the 1 year mark. We got our second OWI, which is even more concerning is the fact that he was working and thought it was okay to consume alcohol. That's what's even scarier. So we discussed it. I expressed to him in length what it would be required of him of sobriety court. He assures me that he'll be able to complete it, that he states that he wants it. As Attorney George already pointed out, he has already completed the assessment with Pivotal. He's already started treatment with them. He is also in peer support with Betsy, which is phenomenal. He has been attending a 12-step meeting. It was online, but nothing in person yet. He is fully aware that those need to be in person. And as far as I'm concerned, we can get him started in the program tomorrow.
All right, Mr. Greenwald, to some extent, this is a blessing. We don't have enough of the resource to go around. We're about to graduate somebody and tomorrow, and you're about to take their spot. But obviously, I don't need to tell you that this was bad and things were bad and you need things to get better. Anything else you want to tell me?
I mean, up until the last couple of years, I was a good citizen. I was a good member of my community. I was helping coach young kids, and I need to get back to that place.
Well, that you describe the people in my program. Everybody in there has at least 2 drunk drivings, and at the core of it, they're all good people with a serious alcohol addiction. But you were driving as a postal delivery carrier with a .273. And that, I say this a lot, makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck. I could just give you a bunch of jail time, but that wouldn't get at what we're trying to get at. So I'm going to put you in the sobriety court treatment program and consider this to be a gift. I'm going to order 180 day, 24-month probation, 180-day jail sentence, credit 1. And 179 days to do. Of the 179, 185, 175 are deferred. You got 2 weekends to do what you'll be scheduled by the probation department. Fine is 0. There's enough other stuff to pay. There's a $75 crime victims' rights fee, a $50 state minimum fee, $100 screening fee, $150 attorney fee, $960 probation oversight fee. Was there a police reimbursement in
Yes,
here?
$200 to share.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Thank you. And there's cost to be in sobriety court. Let's add what we've got up. You did pay a $500 bond. 125 plus 100 plus 150 plus 960 plus 200. They're coming in out of that back door as part of the remediation from the flood, so that buzzer will probably keep going off. 1535 sobriety court. I'm going to be in your business for the next year or so. As a condition of sobriety court, you're going to participate in 12-step recovery, AA, in the rooms, or AA live, or other program like Celebrate Recovery or some of the other Life Ring or others. Most of our people are at AA, and they're doing a good job. And the ones that remain successful remain in AA. You're gonna do individual counseling and treatment. You've got peer support with Betsy, which is already encouraging. You're gonna see me every 2 weeks. Tomorrow at 2:30, you're gonna be here live. And we'll meet everybody else. You're gonna meet the guy that's graduating. Who's done a lot of hard work in the last year. And then we'll get started. It gets easier as it goes on. Autumn, where do you want to meet with him?
I'll meet with him outside or in the hallway in the conference room.
All right. All right, Mr. Greenwald, I think we're gonna be in a better place a year from now than we were at this time. And there's reasons why you were doing this. We're gonna get at the reasons. All right, you have any questions?
I think, well,
All right, I'll see you tomorrow. There's a lot to do in sobriety court, especially at the first part. But your first session will be live. And after that, you can appear by Zoom. And will he be at Spencer's Group tomorrow night too? All right, we're gonna hit the ground running. We're gonna get you in the program. All right, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Moore had to be two places at once. And rather than ask Cass County to come here and Zoom there, he came there and Zoomed here. So, Mr. Comer, would you come forward, please? I'll just keep that, I guess. This is file number 252225SD, People versus Levon Comer. That's you, sir? Mr. Comer has a tracheotomy and he speaks with the aid of electronic vocalizer. And so far, I've been able to understand everything that he has to tell me. His lawyer, Mr. David Moore, is here with us by Zoom. Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Abigail Stoll is here, and Matthew Huff is here remotely. Mr. Comer was charged with operating while intoxicated, pled to impaired driving,